Waving his hand, Zhang Lin turns to leave the dome, stating that he has matters to discuss with Qin Tianli. He promises to return shortly to check on the progress of the practice. An hour later, Grandmaster Zhang Lin returns to the training room and asks Su Hong if he has mastered the technique yet. He reassures the boy that there is no need to rush, as it typically takes months to learn. He stops dead in his tracks when he sees Su Hong surrounded by a massive, swirling vortex of golden lightning. Su Hong then unleashes a powerful, crackling blast of electricity from his spear. As the lightning fades, Su Hong turns to the Grandmaster and expresses his frustration, stating that the spear art is too difficult and that he has only just managed to reach the basic level. He immediately requests to be taught the ultimate skill, Palm Thunder. Zhang Lin is left completely dumbfounded, wondering if he is witnessing the talent of a true monster. As the sun sets over the horizon, Zhang Lin sits outside the dome, his expression completely blank. Grandmaster Qin Tianli approaches and asks why Zhang Lin appears dazed, inquiring if he has finished teaching the boy Palm Thunder. Still in shock, Zhang Lin replies that he is done and urges Qin Tianli to see the results for himself. Skeptical, Grandmaster Qin heads toward the door, pondering whether his rival is holding back. He acknowledges that mastering Palm Thunder is impossible without direct, hands-on instruction. His words die in his throat the moment he opens the door to find Su Hong crackling with electricity. Holding a perfect, high-density ball of lightning in his hands, he cheerfully announces that he has finally mastered the skill. Both Grandmasters stand in the doorway, completely stunned, as even Qin Tianli is taken aback by the boy's incredible speed. Zhang Lin feels a sense of despair as he recalls that it took him 3 long months to master the same skill of feat for which his own teachers had praised him as a genius. Recovering from the shock, Zhang declares that the child's future is limitless and that he will undoubtedly reach Tier 9. Qin urges him to stop sighing and suggests taking his rival out for a meal, noting that they haven't spent time together as brothers in a long while. He then informs Su Hong that the camp's teaching assistant will arrange a temporary dorm for him, as they will be departing the next day. Su Hong agrees. That night in his room, he reflected on the events of the day, feeling a mix of emotions as he replayed each moment in his mind. The weight of his decisions lingered, shaping his thoughts as he prepared for what lay ahead. In his dorm, Su Hong reviews his system interface and notes that after defeating Wang Tantuo's group and Lin Chunfeng, he has earned 230 martial value points. He realizes that his vitality is currently too low and that he needs to continue upgrading his spiritual power and martial arts. He understands that 230 points is far from sufficient to meet his needs. Believing that the cultivation realm is the ultimate foundation, Su Hong decides to prioritize upgrading his vitality. After spending his points, his vitality increases to 138.6. However, he realizes he needs a new method to earn more martial value. Concluding that no one in the camp dares to spar with him anymore, he decides his only option is to hunt beasts in the ferocious beast room. Meanwhile, the 2 Grandmasters are enjoying drinks together. Zhang Lin expresses his frustration, calling Qin Tianli shameless for scamming him out of 2A rank martial arts. However, Qin simply brushes it off, nodding as if to say he has heard this complaint 100 times before. They are interrupted by a staff member who announces that the camp's night raid event is about to begin, and they are just waiting for the final order. Zhang casually approves the raid, instructing the man not to go easy on the trainees. The man then relays the order to drill them mercilessly. Grandmaster Qin instantly sobers up and panics, asking if the raid is tonight since Su Hong is also staying in the dorms. Realizing the massive mistake, Zhang Lin attempts to postpone the event, but it is already too late. The notification has been sent and the instructors have begun the hunt. Outside, a group of masked raiders gathers. Bu Jingfeng, who had previously been humiliated by Su Hong, asks his brother Bu Jinglong why a Tier 2 high-level martial artist is involved in a simple night raid. Jinglong explains that Zhang Lin specifically requested him to deal with a wood spirit body trainee known for their strong recovery abilities. Jinglong comments that the Grandmaster is simply using him to bully a kid who is only at the Tier 2 initial stage. However, Jingfeng pauses, nodding, as the description sounds very familiar to him. Jinglong smirks as he teases his brother about being counter-killed during a previous night raid, joking that he really embarrassed the family. A flustered Bu Jingfeng defends himself, insisting he underestimated the enemy and vowing to eliminate Su Hong if they cross paths again. Jinglong mockingly questions whether defeating a Tier 1 initial stage opponent is truly something to be proud of. He then gives orders to everyone. to put on their hoods and charge forward. The peace of the dorm is shattered as the masked instructors launch a surprise ambush, crashing through the doors. The commotion catches Su-hong's attention, and as she looks out, she realizes that a night raid is in progress. He observes an instructor strike a naked student who shouts at the man for lacking martial virtue. The masked man spots Su-hong and lunges at him, surprised that they actually missed a student during the first wave. Before the man can react, Su-hong delivers a devastating uppercut. This sends the instructor crashing directly into the ceiling. With the instructor trapped in the rafters, an annoyed Su-hong ignites a flame in his hand, expressing frustration that, since he isn't even a student here, they shouldn't be attacking him. Noticing the raider's dark clothes and covered head, Su-hong suddenly has a brilliant idea. He believes that by changing his clothes and pretending to be a raider, he can openly defeat the students and earn significant martial value. A sly smile spreads across his face, though he briefly wonders if this might be inappropriate. Down the hall, a naked student pleads with a masked instructor to wait while he puts on his boxers. The raider simply laughs and tells him to stay still and prepare to be knocked out. Suddenly, a disguised Su-hong bursts into the room, declaring that he has come to help. The real instructor turns around, confused, and asks the newcomer what he is doing there, as he is the one in charge of this specific area. Without uttering a word, Su-hong delivers a powerful punch that breaks through the concrete wall, striking the instructor. The student stares in absolute shock, bewildered by the sudden turn of events as the raiders begin to fight among themselves. Su-hong immediately dashes out, declaring that he is going to make a killing and earn hundreds of points tonight, while the naked student wonders why he was spared. Thrilled, Su-hong races down the hall with a flaming fist, realizing that since these raiders are all high tier, he can finally fight without holding back. He then tears through both trainees and raiders alike, mercilessly beating them down until they start screaming that there is a mole in their group. After sending another opponent flying into the distance, Su-hong observes that the first floor is cleared and decides to move on to the second floor next. On the next level, Su-hong moves like a golden blur, unleashing a flurry of strikes that take down everyone in his path. As Su-hong races toward the third floor, he laughs, feeling as though he has finally hit the jackpot, with his system rewarding him for every person he defeats. On the third floor, a group of masked instructors intently observes the fierce battle between Lin Feng and Bu Jinglong. They are impressed by the student's resilience and note that his recovery ability is formidable, warning that Bu Jinglong will be in danger if the fight continues. Su-hong approaches the watching raiders and inquires why so many are blocking the path. Unaware that he is an imposter, they inform him that the other students have been defeated, leaving only the wood spirit body. Su-hong steps forward, golden energy igniting around his fist, and declares that there is no need to keep watching. Seeing this, the raiders demand to know what he thinks he is doing. However, before they can react, Su-hong charges through the entire group, declaring that he has already confronted the wood spirit body before. The sudden commotion disrupts the main fight. A confused Jinglong asks why he's attacking his own comrades. Su-hong unleashes his golden aura and boldly challenges everyone to come at him all at once. Upon hearing this, Bu Jinglong instructs Lin Chuanfeng to step aside and rest, as he plans to confront the road raider himself. He is furious that someone has interfered and charges towards Su-hong, shouting that he will teach him a lesson for violating the rules of the night raiders. Su-hong remains unfazed as he channels golden energy into his hand. Forming a powerful Rudra fist, he meets Jinglong's attack head-on in a fierce clash. The sheer force of the impact reverberated throughout the area, sending Jinglong stumbling backward. He was left stunned by the incredible physical strength of his opponent. Realizing that Su-hong was no ordinary fighter, he quickly called for Lin Chuanfeng to join the battle. Chuanfeng swiftly unleashed his wood prison technique, causing thick vines to erupt from the floor. However, Su-hong quickly flips out of the way, evading the attack effortlessly. Taking advantage of the distraction, Jinglong suddenly appears right behind Su-hong and delivers a powerful punch, only for it to slam into a thick, glowing purple armor that suddenly envelops Su-hong's body. Jinglong stares in absolute shock, wondering where this monstrous fighter came from and how he could effortlessly block a high-level Tier 2 attack. Before he can fully comprehend what just happened, Su-hong vanishes and reappears, slamming the elite instructor into the wall with enough force to shatter his armor and make him cough up blood. Without hesitation, Su-hong leaps over the stunned Lin Chuanfeng to drive his blazing fist into the back of the trainee's head, smashing him face first into the ground and knocking him out cold. Moments later, the system rewards Su-hong with martial value points for her 2 victories. He checks his status and is thrilled to see it has skyrocketed to over 2,400 points, celebrating his newfound wealth. The next morning, Lin Chunfeng and Bu Jinglong stand among the other bruised and battered raiders, nursing their injuries and appearing completely defeated. An enraged Grandmaster Zhang Lin points at the injured men, loudly blaming the carnage on Qin Tianli's monstrous student. Qin Tianli feigns ignorance and casually denies any involvement, prompting Zhang Lin to sarcastically question who else could have possibly caused such destruction. Zhang loses his patience and furiously yells at them to leave, kicking his rival out of the camp. Qin simply laughs as he soars away with Su-hong. While they are in the air, the Grandmaster asks Su-hong if he is still lacking martial arts for the metal, wood, and water attributes. Su-hong confirms this and wonders why the Grandmaster is inquiring. With a sly grin, the Grandmaster proposes they pay a visit to a few more of his old friends. Over the next 10 days, the pair visits 3 different training camps. They follow the same strategy each time, with Su-hong effortlessly defeating the local champions, while Qin Tianli smugly collects the winnings and dismisses accusations of cheating from the furious rival grandmasters. Back in his own element, he felt a sense of comfort and familiarity wash over him. In his dorm, Su-hong meditates to absorb his new skills. The system confirms that he has successfully learned the basic levels of the A-rank metal ripple, woodvine entanglement, and water dragon techniques. Opening his eyes, Su-hong marvels at his new arsenal and admits he never dreamed he would possess so many high-ranking martial arts skills. Noticing that his martial value has reached nearly 3,000 points, he decides it's finally time to use them to enhance his core vitality. Su-hong starts pouring all his accumulated points into his vitality. As the system registers the upgrades, his body surges with intense heat and swells painfully with raw energy. He is sweating heavily from the sudden expansion and realizes he may have added too much at once, as his vitality soars to 450. As his body gradually returns to normal, a panting Su-hong kneels on the floor. Despite the pain, he feels a surge of excitement, realizing he is now just 50 points away from breaking through to become a Tier 2 martial artist. Checking his stats, Su-hong sees he has exactly 100 martial value points remaining. He debates whether to use them to enhance his spiritual power or to strengthen his rare overlord body. He decides to test the limits of his unique physique and opts to upgrade the overlord body. The system promptly deducts his remaining 100 points. However, it only grants him a minuscule increase of just 0.1%. Observing this, Su-hong realizes that upgrading is far more challenging than he anticipated. From now on, he should prioritize breaking through to Tier 2 martial artist status, so he decides to head to the ferocious beast room to gather more martial value. Before he can leave, he runs directly into Grandmaster Qin Tianli. The Grandmaster inquires whether Su-hong is still in need of a healing martial art. He sweats nervously, suspecting that the old man is planning to hustle another rival camp. A short time later, at the Hang City training camp, Grandmaster Wang Kingston addresses a large group of trainees, announcing a grueling wilderness special training event. Students will be challenged to survive in the 10,000 monster mountain range for 7 days without any outside supplies. Su-hong stands among the local trainees, spear in hand, as he listens to the strict rules. He silently observes that, as a provincial capital, the camp in Hang City is filled with true geniuses and is significantly tougher than Star City. Here, trainees can only earn points by killing beasts that are at or above their own level. When Grandmaster Wang officially begins the training, Su-hong leaps into the perilous mountain range alongside the other trainees from Hang City. As the students depart, Grandmaster Wang expresses doubt about Qin Tianli's confidence, noting that Su-hong has yet to reach Tier 2. Qin Tianli, however, remains unfazed and reaffirms their wager. If Su-hong succeeds in the survival challenge, Wang Kingston will be obligated to teach him an A-rank's healing art. In response, he arrogantly promises to teach an A-rank martial art to every single Hang City student who manages to defeat Su-hong. Wang Kingston finds this amusing and questions whether his rival can truly afford to make such a promise, noting that half the students are already at Tier 2. He brushes off the danger, asserting that confronting the beasts early will benefit the boy. Alarmed, Grandmaster Qin asks if beasts from the 10,000 races demonic cult have arrived. Wang casually confirms their presence, but dismisses them as merely low-level Tier 2 and Tier 3 creatures. Qin Chenli accuses Wang Kingston of sending the students to their deaths by forcing them to fight Tier 3 monsters. Wang coldly responds that the War of 10,000 Races is incredibly brutal, and true powerhouses can only be forged through extreme hardship. The young trainee is deep in the wilderness, where he violently decapitates a massive wolf beast with a lightning-infused spear strike. Su Hong is eager to test his new abilities and unleashes a barrage of golden metal ripple energy beams that pierce through a pack of beasts. He does not hesitate and uses his wood attribute to conjure thick, glowing vines of wood entanglement, which he employs to crush a giant snake. As night descends upon the mountain range, Su Hong summons a massive water dragon that violently crashes through a fiery beast, demonstrating his complete dominance over the wilderness. He steps into a dark cave, passing the glowing body of his latest victim, and acknowledges the incredible destructive power of his new A-rank martial arts. However, he quickly realizes that his spiritual energy drains far too rapidly when he uses them in succession. Standing in the bloody cave, Su Hong checks his system. Noticing that he has earned over 500 martial value points and his vitality is maxed out, he decides it's time to pursue his Tier 2 breakthrough. Su Hong sits down to meditate, channeling his energy into his vitality. A fierce, fiery aura erupts around him as the system registers the steady upgrades, pushing his body toward new limits. Meanwhile, deep in the forest, a red-haired cultist grumbles as he patrols the dark woods, voicing his frustration about having to check the perimeter in the middle of the night. He is convinced that no one could possibly discover their hidden sacrificial grounds in such a remote mountain range. He suddenly comes to a halt. He notices the freshly killed body of a massive beast lying just outside the dark cave where Su Hong is meditating. He realizes that an intruder has entered their territory after all.